Laetitia Miéral, I'm a paper magician, and this is a new episode of the Paper Secret series about fairy tale carriages. A bow is a very nice thing to add on a carriage. It's not very complicated to do, and it really adds something nice and a nice finished look to your carriage. So I'm going to share the slice of this very intense and very full workshop to show you how to do that. And there is a very simple way to do that. You just have to attach a simple hinge, a small hinge that you can find in any good supermarket or DIY store. It's very simple, and it's something you can attach to your carriage, so you can have a really nice door that can open and close very easily. So I'm going to glue it on the other side. Yeah, just be careful as well for as we did for the wheels, you know, you have two different doors there. They're going to be glued on different sides of the carriage, so we are going to be careful for the hinge. Here there is a sort of differences between the left and the back. This one was already glued, but you see one is a little different. So this one is going to be on the outside and this one on the inside. So this is the inside of the door for me. So I try to glue them at the same level, and the other one try to have the same thing for your two doors. And you add your glue. It's really simple. We don't care about the holes. You see, there were holes or that. We don't care about that. We are just going to glue them. Going to secure that with some paper. It's a little annoying sometimes because it moves a lot, so just be careful. It takes time to really glue well. Okay, it's glued almost. We are going to adjust it now on the carriage. And just to show you, you see, this one is going to be over there. So I really did this. This is the outside. I was explaining that to you. You see, it's exactly the same than here. So I hope it's almost at the same level. It should be. And we are going to adjust them. And afterwards we are going to glue them. I didn't realize, perhaps you also want to add some things as we did here. Yes, perhaps it's a nice idea, I forgot that. So we will try to glue it somewhere. I don't remember if it was on yes, it was on the outside or the inside. And it was on the outside. So. Okay, so it should be somewhere over here. So it's always a little annoying, this part, so take not too thin newspaper or paper to glue the hinge. It's always an important part. I'm going also to glue there. Don't glue everywhere. You have this sort of mechanism. You don't want to put your glue over there. It's not going to be really nice, so going to prevent from opening afterwards, so it wouldn't be good. It will have to hold really well for a little while. Perhaps we could use that? Let's see. Yeah, it's much better this way. Just be careful. And you let it rest a little for a few minutes, perhaps 10 minutes, something, just to be sure you are not going to remove everything. And as it's drying, you can take care of the little window. And also wrapping, we are also going to wrap just a little. So this is the window for the first door. I finished wrapping it worthily. I'm going to probably clean up a little because it's not pretty, but I'm quite happy, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. Just really be careful. The door is fragile, so when you put your window iron wire things, really be careful not to damage anything, not to break or to remove the hinge or anything like that. Well, it's quite nice. I'm quite happy with the result. I think it gives a beautiful look to our carriage, and now let's do the other one. Okay, so we have finished this first part. We have built the carriage, added the doors, we have added the wheels, everything, all the main principal things are here. Of course, we have the character to build now, and all the underlay, the painting, wrapping, and all the decor, the sculpting of the decor of the roof. So we are going to do that in the next part. Also, symmetry for carriages is very, very important. You can't do really something totally crazy for a carriage. Even if you want to add a totally extravagant decor, you need to have identical wheels. Even if you choose big wheels for your back and smaller wheels for the front, you really need to have the same wheels, or you have a totally unstable carriage, and it's going to be really annoying when you will attach the doors and all that. So your wheels don't have to be too big, too wide, or too small. They all have to have the same size, thickness, and width. And if it's not the case, you have little tricks to correct that. You can make the contour of the wheel a little thicker. You can cheat a little to make them look alike. So of course you can attach so many characters, animals to your carriage. Who is going to drive your carriage? So here in this carriage, it's a hare, it's a driver who is a hare. But I'm going to show you in the next episode the other carriages I'm doing, and it's going to be other sort of animals. So this might be a little complicated to attach them. There are a few ways you could do that, but it can really bring a nice finish to your carriage. So is it hard to make a carriage? No, it's not very hard. It's a bit of work because you have the wheels to do, the house part, all that. It's going to take some time. So if you want to do a very simple carriage with simple wheels, not even as sophisticated as here, you don't really have to do crazy decors. Well, it's going to take probably a few afternoons, 1 or 2 weekends. Now, if you want to do something more sophisticated with a driver, with possibly some luggages, some candles, lanterns, all sorts of crazy decor, well, it's going to take a bit longer, but it's really worth it because carriages, they really embody fairy tales magic. Princesses always travel in carriages in fairy tales. You don't see them traveling just on a horseback. They need a carriage. So this is something really, really magical, perhaps even more magical than castles. So that would be a really beautiful present for someone around you, your children, your grandchildren, or yourself to start to make a carriage, because you can't really find it anywhere. So starting one, knowing how to start, knowing what supplies to use, how to make it, then completing a very fairy tale, magical carriage is going to make you very happy. So I would really invite you to start to make one even today. Why not? You just need a bit of paper, some iron wire, a bit of glue and colors, and that's really all. You don't need something very, very sophisticated, impossible to find, and you can start to make one today. So if you want to be helped, be guided for a carriage, to make your very first carriage, you can enroll in my Fairy Tale Carriage Workshop, which will be happy to welcome you. You will be guided by step-by-step videos from the very beginning to the end to complete your own very fairy tale magical carriage with your own taste, your own colors, your own style. You can add absolutely all the things you want on your carriage, and you will also have the possibility to share that with other apprentice magicians who are all over the world and are going to start the same carriage at the same time than you are. So it's quite supporting, and it's quite nice to have other people who are also doing a carriage at the end of their days or on their weekends at the same moment, and to have all sorts of carriages conversations. So feel free to join. The launching offer is almost closed. Perhaps it's already closed when you arrive and you watch this video. If it's the case, well, don't worry, the workshop is still there, and it's still quite intense and quite packed with a lot of things to learn and ideas to create and to make a nice carriage. So feel free to join. And I will see you in the next episode about this carriages series, about the most crazy carriages I'm doing at the moment.